Michael Vick running a 4.7 too.
Yes.
Okay? Terrell Davis was there. Ray Lewis was there. Obviously, Rich Eisen was there. Some donors were there. And when Rich threw to this Run Rich Run, raising money for St. Jude, which, by the way, he threw to it from the NFL Network set or whatever, and he really, it almost like, you almost saw a little, like, he almost got emotional up there.
Really?
But run, yeah. I don't think Rich Eisen could have ever guessed that him being an unathletic suit running a 40 at the combine could turn into what it has become. I think millions of dollars has been raised for a hospital, St. Jude's, that I think I just now learned about from his tossing to the video, where it's like free cancer treatment for family, for the whole thing. It's a massive, it's a very, very cool thing. So him talking about it, then when he throws it, and you start hearing these old guys' names that used to play, and I think to myself, like, yo, I just turned 34. I don't know what I would run at the 40 right now. And the video, whenever they showed it, I think I could potentially run with some of the, I was watching. I think I could run with Ray Lewis right now if I had to. Now listen, Ray's much older than me. Ray has had to do that whole thing. But, I think watching them run 40s, I was like, oh, so Father Time has hit everybody here a little bit, because I get up to take a shit, I almost pull a hammy. I'm starting to feel, of course. This is something that really happens. But then Michael Vick got up, and he actually like stumbled almost for a couple steps, and then he opened up. He's fucking flying.
Yeah, incredible.
It is insane how I think obviously off the field, everything changed everybody's view on Michael Vick and everything that is Michael Vick. And he did jail time, long jail time, has come out on the other side of it. I think everybody that has been around him has said he's been an exemplary citizen and everything like that. And I have only met him one time. I was at Fox, a quick hello or whatever, but I had always been a massive fan because whenever we were kids, he was the human joystick.
Oh, yeah.
He was the video game. He was able to do anything. Then he came out with that goddamn football.
The Vortex
football.
Yep.
And he threw it out of the stadium.
Yeah.
And that was before internet. So that was before like everything definitely being able to be edited or whatever. But I think we all believed legitimately.
I think until I was like 15.
By the way, still to this day, I think there's a chance that if he really wanted to, he could have thrown that thing out. He had the strongest arm. He was faster than everybody. He made moves all over the place. He was awesome to watch. And obviously, he had an incredible swagger he was awesome. Then everything happens. Obviously, it comes out to light what was happening behind the scenes, which is absolutely terrible. I mean, absolutely disgusting as somebody who's a massive animal, provider, I think, at this point with what further brands do and everything like that. Absolutely. What was happening was disgusting and, that whole thing. But watching him run that 4.7, I thought to myself, oh, Vic could go play if he wanted to. Vic could still go play if he wanted to.
Yeah.
And Patrick Mahomes said he's still faster than me if he wants to. It was unbelievable, especially comparing to everybody else. Because once you get out of the daily workouts and you get comfortable, it's easy maybe to diet and do some cardio like walking or Stairmaster or anything like that. Actually sprinting, that is not something you just pick up out of nowhere.
No.
I don't think enough people show enough respect for people. When I see somebody like all out sprint, I think to myself, like, you're playing a dangerous game.
Yeah.
You are playing a dangerous game.
Careful.
What are you doing? You see some drunk start running down. It's like, tomorrow you might have no hamstrings.
Yeah.
That is really something happened. Michael Vick was very impressive.
I mean, but he's not faster than Mac Jones. Just want to throw that out there. But also in his 30 for 30 doc.
At this point,
in this 30 for 30 doc that was released about Vic earlier this year or even last year, he did, pay for what he, had done and also kind of turn it around. Like he got that other $100 million contract from the Eagles after everything that happened.
$100 million?
Yeah, I mean, he didn't end up seeing all of it. He probably saw a tenth of it, but the contract itself was worth up to.
And I think he played for the Steelers as well.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
God, he would just
chuck that thing,
bro. It was just.
I mean, there's
so easy.
That's what was the most concerning part. Is he had the video of Jerry Rice running a slant and he threw one to him, and I was like, man, it just doesn't seem like he's got as much zip on the pass as he did.
Oh,
but
you're talking
he's
about
still
in this run, because the ball did fall out.
It kind of tailed down at the end. I was like, gee, maybe Vic just didn't want to break all of his fingers.
Yeah, which could happen because Jerry has been tailgating a lot.
That's right.
So you got to remember that.
Hard.
Yeah. I do wish the person recording that would have said, like, hey, one more. Like,
yeah.
Hey, let's throw.
Yeah.
Like, really spin this.
Come on. A lot of people are going to see this, man. A lot of people are going to see this. He was awesome. What a legend. That got to be one of the greatest athletes in the history of mankind, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That humans have ever created.
One of
has
one.
to be.
Because even when you look at Lamar, like, he can't throw it the way Vick used to be able to chuck the
Lamar and
ball.
Vick, very different.
Yeah.
Very, I mean, obviously similar, can both make people look absolutely silly. But Vick felt like he was kind of ad-libbing at all times.
Yeah.
I mean, it felt like he was potentially, who knows what's going to happen. It was. I feel like Lamar, much more cerebral of a player than people give him credit, while also having the ability to, move and groove.
Do all those,
Could you imagine if Michael Vick, I think he even came out and said that he didn't love studying film until later in his life or whatever.
Yeah.
Imagine if at Atlanta he was like some super film nut where he knew where every little pond was going to be for him just to.
Well, and that's because he did the way his touchdown runs. You look at it and it's like some of those old like high school running backs where they're just like switching direction, going from sideline to sideline, and then eventually scoring at the end. Like I feel like Lamar obviously makes guys miss all the time, but like when Vick would get out of the pocket, every single time it's like, shit, he's going to score a touchdown.
Now, would that change now because defensive ends are much faster?
Yeah.
But
who knows?
you can't hit the quarterback the way, when he first came out, so he might even still be playing. He could have had a longer career.
Yeah, maybe. You're 100% right. That position, whenever you're a quarterback, couple shots can change everything.
Yeah.
The good news for Patriots fans is Mac Jones runs a 4.6.
That's right.
That's right.
4.68.
Hey,
right.
all these other teams are going mobile quarterbacks. We've talked about it before. The Patriots zig when everyone's zagging. Go back to the pocket.